Over the last 18 months, I, like the majority of you probably watching this, have been working from home full time. That's right, I cannot even remember what being in an office feels like, and it's very, very different. This new normal just feels regular. Now it feels normal to come in here, log on, and just start my day. When we first started working from home, I was very apprehensive because I do really like being in an office environment around people. I get a buzz from it and I get energy. So when the time came and we all had to work from home, I was very apprehensive. The first couple of weeks, maybe even months, I really struggled with it and I couldn't concentrate. I struggled with productivity and I felt like I wasn't achieving a great deal. However, looking back, in that time, I've really achieved a lot. I've been promoted, I've switched jobs, and I've actually learned a hell of a lot of new skills in the process. And I think this has come down to implementing 5 habits that I now do every single day working from home. And the title of this video mentions working from home, but these habits were developed as a consequence of working from home. And now I'm just going to carry on to do these in all aspects of my daily life. Stay tuned and we are going to talk about the habits that have made me a lot more productive and a lot more focused. The first thing that I noticed when I started working from home is that all my routine was suddenly taken away and that my commute in the morning was no more. I didn't have that podcast to listen to before work and think about the things that I had to get done. So it took away all my routine, which meant that I became distracted and I couldn't focus and I just felt less productive. So the first habit that I've developed, which helps me stay focused and productive, is to plan my day one day in advance. Let's say, for instance, I finish work on a Monday. Monday afternoon, I will then be writing my day for Tuesday. So when I come in on Tuesday morning, when I log on Tuesday morning, I will know exactly what I am doing that day. And this eliminates any decision fatigue that you may get when you log on in the morning and you think, oh, do you know what? I could do that. Or, ooh, that email could be replied to, or anything like that. It just eliminates this because you know exactly what you are doing. And generally, I advise you to put the hardest thing of your day first thing in the morning, because it's been proven that we only have around 4 to 5 hours, that's on a good day, of willpower each day. So if you leave your hardest task until the afternoon, there's a very good chance that you're going to struggle to do it. So put your hardest task first thing in the morning, plan your entire day the night before. The second thing that I've started doing is something called intermittent fasting. Now, this isn't new to me, but I have recently started applying it to something else. So for those of you who maybe don't know, intermittent fasting is essentially when you skip breakfast and you fast for an extended period of time. So you eat dinner, say at 7 o'clock, you will then eat your next meal maybe 16 to 18 hours later. And this has a bunch of benefits in terms of health and longevity. However, as well as doing this for food, I've recently started doing this for technology and, more importantly, my phone. I try to avoid going on my phone until around lunchtime, and this ensures that I don't have any thoughts about social media or emails or anything kind of clouding my brain. So I basically I turn the alarm off on my phone, and after that point I will not go on my phone up until around lunchtime. I would highly recommend you try this. Even if you just don't go on your phone for the first hour or two of your day, you'll be surprised that you'll not only be more productive and more focused, but I think you'll just generally feel a bit better. The third habit that I've developed that has made me a lot more productive after working from home is working in sprints. Now, I know some of you might have heard of this, but there's a method called the Pomodoro technique. And it's essentially where you schedule a sprint for 20 minutes and you work for 20 minutes and then you take 2 or 3 minutes off, get up, make a cup of tea, and then you go back to work. And the reason I really like this technique is because sometimes we just have so much resistance to doing the thing that we know we need to do. And by just scheduling something for 20 minutes, you think, oh, well, it's only 20 minutes, you know, it's not gonna cause that much of a headache. I can do 20 minutes. And what you'll notice is you'll start and 20 minutes will absolutely fly by. And a lot of the time you won't even want to take the break because you're so into the task. And this is a really good way to break up things into smaller chunks. It makes things seem a lot more manageable. So try working in sprints, try the Pomodoro technique. Another thing that I've learned after working from home and not being in an office environment is that you don't get that daily activity in. You don't get those steps. Like I used to go for a a walk at lunchtime. I was always running around the building, going to meeting rooms, etc. You don't get that. Like, you maybe go down to the kitchen, make a cup of tea, and then you come back up. So I was finding that I really needed to incorporate some sort of activity. And obviously we've all been doing our daily walks and stuff like that, and that's a habit that I've kept now. And I think I'll probably always go on a daily walk. I kind of can't believe that I didn't used to actively go on a walk every day before the pandemic. Like, that seems absolutely crazy now. Now, I know this tip isn't for everyone, but exercising every single day has made me so much more productive. I feel so much more focused, and I generally just have a lot more energy. And I know that sounds really odd, but I find that on the days I don't work out, I have less energy. Like, it seems counterintuitive, but on the days that I go for a run, I just feel so focused and I feel like I have a lot more clarity. Now, you don't have to do intense exercise every day. Like, you don't have to do a solid workout every single day. At least walk every day, stretch, work out in the gym, run, whatever it is you like to do. Another thing that I did was buy a foam roller, and now I try and stretch every couple of hours because I've noticed that my posture is not great after being sat in a chair for 18 months. So if you haven't got a foam roller, I would highly recommend you pick up a foam roller. The final habit that has made me a lot more productive in general and focused is realizing that a change of environment can do absolute wonders. I remember the other day I took calls in a different room of my flat, and I just felt like this new perspective. Just getting out of a room just gives you some new kind of energy, and I'm hoping soon that being able to go into the office 1 or 2 days a week will really be able to help that, because there have been times over the last 18 months when you feel like you're kind of stuck in this room, particularly when it's horrible outside and raining. I've been going to coffee shops to do scripting for YouTube and stuff like that. It gives you a new perspective and it gives you new ideas. This was a relatively quick video. I just wanted to share some of the habits that I've developed after working from home for 18 months. Like, it's been a very, very strange time, but I feel like I'm a lot more focused and productive than maybe I was before when we were going into the office. But I just generally feel happier when I'm exercising, not going on my phone as much, planning my days in advance. I think there's so many benefits outside of work of developing these sorts of habits. I would really like to hear from you guys if you are still working from home, if you have been, what you found difficult in terms of focus and productivity. Have you got any tips yourself? So let me know down in the comments below. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon. Cheers.